Welcome to bad, awful, atrocious pasta creepies. Today's story is called Super Mario
The Haunted Save.
I was bored. I was super duper bored.
It's the best word you can think of.
It was January 4th, and my New Year's resolution was to finish all my games by today. Wait, so what's your resolution? What's your New Year's resolution, Timmy? My New Year's resolution is to finish all my video games by January 4th.
Which is in like a few days.
Now that I have done that, I had no new things to play. All of a sudden, I got an email on my phone. I opened it. The email had no words in the from bar at the top. The subject was, get old bootleg SNES cartridges, only in today's e-auction. Intrigued at the sound of new video games. I went to the e-auction. The first few games, I had no clue what they were, and so I sort of got bored watching the screen. I was about to close the site when I saw the text saying, bootleg Super Mario World pop up. I decided to get it and won. 2 weeks later, I got the Super Mario World cartridge in the mail. I was once again intrigued when I saw most of the label was torn off the cartridge. The only words not torn off were U, E, R, M, R, and D! I immediately put all of the letters together and tried to think of something. After a while, I came up with one word. Bad writing. Murder!
Kind of like in your story, you put all the words together. You will die on Tuesday.
Obviously, I still put it in the cartridge. Something I still regret to this day.
Yeah.
Because my feet ache and are sore. Not that I can feel depressed anymore. After all, doesn't the word on the cartridge say it all?
No, not really.
No. I was going to... yeah, it's Mario. I was going to stop here, but I suppose I could tell you how my fate came to be.
Wait, he was going to stop?
Just
Why'd you write that?
Doesn't the word on the cartridge say it all at the end? After I put the cartridge in, the game started.
Oh.
Everything looked normal, except that the hills and the clouds had a slight reddish tinge to them. I opened the file selection and there was a save file on the game already. The name of the game was ... Save File 1!
Yeah.
I bet you weren't expecting that. I was. Anyways, I just looked down later in the story.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, I loaded the file and went into the level with the first Yoshi in it.
Yeah.
I was walking, and as you may expect, I have played Super Mario World some form or another, and I knew that this wasn't here.
The online.
This was a small red hill with a very dark red pipe on the top. The first thing somebody would think was something in a video game. The first thing somebody would think would be something in a video game can't hurt me. It's just a video game.
No, they wouldn't.
Those people can keep believing that. At the time, I believed that too. So I went down the pipe. I thought it would be some bootleg glitch secret, but something was wrong when I was falling for 30 seconds.
For a round.
Oh my gosh.
That's
looking down later in the story. When I hit the don't look yet. When I hit the ground, Bowser was there watching me. I was seriously freaked. So I lunged for the power button. All of a sudden, text popped up on the screen, sighing.
Sighing.
You wouldn't want to do that, would you? And the power button was deactivated.
How? How? Like, did you press it?
Mario and Bowser were on the screen, glaring straight at me. More text popped up saying, "Do you want a surprise? Here." And Bowser pulled out a portal gun. And in parentheses, LOL.
And it turns out the game was Portal 2.
He blasted the floor under me, and then he blasted above the lava. You can believe.
He's in the TV, and he can blast the floor under here.
You can probably figure out what happened next. To this day, I am a boo. Guarding Bowser's castle. My home is in the 9th room. If any explorer finds my diary, share my story with the world. From Bowser Castle Boo, number 453.
Wait, he blasted above lava, so when he fell...
And then he blasted through the TV.
So he thinks that if he blasts through the tree and blasts above the lava, we'll be able to guess that he turned into a Boo. I just realized that. Okay.
Wow.
So, what did you think of that?
Wow. That was just bad. Here, let's do another story because
Yeah,
that
that
one was
was
really
short.
short.
Like Louis, no.
We're not doing Your Life is a Movie because we already know what happens in that one. We want to read one that we don't know what happens because
true.
the ones where we don't know what happens are funny.
Yeah.
Let's see. This one. Want to see if this is good? This one might be good.
By the way, these are on Creepypasta.com.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, this one is called Sunburn.
This is a story called, as my brother said, Sunburn. I awoke to the sun.
The son. The son of my mother.
I awoke to the sound of my mother in the kitchen. Groggily, I swung my legs out from under the covers and got dressed in jean shorts and a simple white t-shirt. Then I grabbed a white cloth off my dresser. It was a bandana that I'd found earlier in the year. In January, it was in a box at a yard sale yelled, "Do not wear in sunlight." A funny joke, I thought.
I don't think that's very funny.
Yeah, that is not funny. I took it to the lady running the sale. She was old and frail. She stared at me. "Don't wear that in the sun." I laughed and bought it anyway. What an old hag. I put it on my head and tied it in the back. I had never before worn it. As I walked into the kitchen, the mother said to me, "Darling, go out into the shed and get the hedge clippers. I need you to trim the holly bushes out front." I agreed to do as she asked. After all,
rejected.
she was my mother. So I strolled down the cobblestone path behind her house towards the shed. As I neared that old shed, I noticed how hot it was outside. It was so hot outside, I already said outside, that the heat was coming off of the surface of the shed in waves. I pushed open the door. "Ow!" I exclaimed. The sizzling door blistered my hand. I shook it off and went inside. Oh, it was sweltering.
Well,
I immediately broke into a sweat. The drops rolled off my nose and onto the dirt floor of the shed. I wanted to quickly find the hedge clippers. As I dug around in a toolbox, the sweat on my face started to blur my vision. I wiped my brow and was surprised to find that the sweat didn't come off. I passed it off as a trick of the heat, blinked my eyes, and found the hedge clippers. I left the shed, only to find even more heat outside. Oh, it was painful, but I had to do what my mother asked, or I'd be in trouble. Even if I died. I clomped to the front yard and started on the bushes and just like insulted.
Yeah, but you'd still get in trouble if you're dead. Like get a lecture.
The sun bared down on my back and arms. Even my butt felt like fire.
Yeah, thank you.
I was crouching, hiding it from the sun. My front and face and feet and fingers were all burning too. The heat was immeasurable, intense, and I suffered all afternoon. Every time I tried to wipe the sweat away, it stayed, and got stopped in my bandana, creating a soaking wet veil on the head. There's the commas.
Yeah. Why are you wearing a bandana?
And finally, the bushes were finished. I quickly retreated inside and into my room to get clothes. Was he naked?
Well, he said he put on shorts and a t-shirt. Then did he like take off?
He went outside. That's why his butt was on fire.
And he's still wearing the bandana though.
Then I flew into my bathroom to take a shower and clean up.
It floated.
I gasped at my reflection. Bright red skin stretched over my face and back and front. No tan lines were visible. My whole body was sunburned and sweat remained unclearable from my visage. I touched my skin. Agony erupted all over my body. I then realized I hadn't removed the bandana. I tried to pull it off. It wouldn't come. I tried in vain to rip it off my head, but it wouldn't budge. On the third attempt, I accidentally touched my burned skin. In a fit of pain, I scratched my forehead. Spelt F-O-U-R head. My skin was already peeling.
Foreheads.
No. I opened my eye. No, my skin was already peeling. I took hold of the peeled piece and pulled. Eyes closed, for I could sense the coming agony. But it didn't come. I continued to pull at the piece. Finally, it came loose. I opened my eyes and screamed. My face had been pulled off, and the bandana had come with it. I looked at the bandana in horror. The memory of the box was coming back to me. Slowly, the rest of my skin on the head fell off, peeling in slow motion. I watched in horror as the skin on my arms and legs went. Just as my eyes burned, bloodshot, were about to fall out, I noticed brownish smeared words on the bandana written in blood and sweat. I warned you not to wear it in the sun. It burned like it was abominable.
And then he wrote this?
And then he wrote this.
Yeah, like, that's the problem when the main character dies at the end. Like, why did he write it?
That was ridiculously stupid.
Like, it didn't seem that bad, and
No,
then
that
it
was...
just,
No. What do you mean it didn't seem that bad? That was ridiculously terrible.
Anonymous said this pasta was far too overcooked.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, let's read some of the comments.
Yeah. Terrible.
But yeah, Gookie says, terrible. Perfect.
TheBomb.com says, this guy sounds like an idiot. Isn't that what sunscreen is for? Edo Kun says, pasta causes cancer.
Yeah. Anonymous says, this pasta was far too overcooked. And another Anonymous says, overcooked, I get it! Ha ha! Dr. Troll says, oh, do you now? You must feel very smart. Anyway, it wasn't overcooked. It was raw. Let's see, what else do we have? Ariel Gamelon says, this pasta was overcooked and tasteless. Will not eat again.
Because when you...
Craver says, it was great. It made you feel uncomfortable, but at the same time compelled to keep reading. Okay, well, on that very sad note, this has been Terrible Creepypastas. And, yeah, so, see you on the next episode.
Goodbye.
Thank you for watching Terrible Creepypastas. This is a new show that me and my brother are going to be doing, probably more often. It's very based off one of our favorite YouTubers. We'll put link to him in the description. And yeah, so go subscribe to him. Like, comment, subscribe to my videos, and expect more in the future. So, bye.